Imagine for a moment, you're caught in a legal trial. It's complex, bewildering even. The rules, they seem less like a framework, more like, I don't know, a constantly shifting fog.
Yeah, like you can't get your bearings at all.
Exactly. Your own control, your agency, it just feels like it's dissolving. What do you even do when every path forward seems, well, obscured?
It's a terrifying thought.
Today, our deep dive plunges right into just such an unsettling system.
We're sifting through your shared excerpts, and honestly, it's a truly compelling story we've got here. We're going to try and unravel the journey of this man, Kay, who's trying to navigate this utterly bewildering legal process.
And his encounter with a veteran defendant, this figure named Block.
Right, Block. His experience offers not just shocking insights, but also a really chilling glimpse into the crushing cost of this kind of endless litigation, the psychological toll,
Mm-hmm. So our mission for this deep dive, let's extract the most important nuggets about this strange legal world.
The psychology of the people caught in it, the opaque rules.
And that desperate struggle for control when you feel like you're completely caught in its grip. What does it tell us about power, bureaucracy, maybe even the human spirit under pressure?
Lots to unpack there.
Okay, let's dive in then. So we start with Kay. He's made this firm decision, almost defiant, really. He's dismissing his lawyer.
You get the sense he's still wrestling with it, though. Some doubts linger.
Oh, absolutely. But his conviction that this step is necessary, maybe for his own sanity, his own agency, well, that outweighs the doubts.
That's a big move.
And he's not just, sending a letter. He stages this late-night face-to-face encounter. He's desperate to read his lawyer's true reaction.
Wants to see it on his face.
Yeah, deduce everything he needs from expression, behavior, the moment he drops this bombshell. It really speaks volumes about how little trust he has left in any formal communication, doesn't it?
It's a powerful move, you're right. It's not just legal. It feels deeply human, almost a psychological power play. Because when formal systems become opaque, untrustworthy, people often revert to these basic psychological tactics, right?
Yeah.
Trying to get truth from nonverbal cues.
Trying to gain an edge in a game where the written rules clearly aren't enough.
Exactly. It's a stark reflection of how control shifts when the official channels just fail.
And his arrival at the lawyer's door, it's far from conventional. It's late, after 10 at night.
Not exactly office hours.
Not at all. He rings, expecting Leanie, the usual attendant. But instead, the door opens, and it's this small, scrawny, bearded man, clearly woken up. Indecible, great word.
Meaning sort of disheveled, yeah, without his jacket.
Right. And the man yells back into the apartment, it's him! Then, as the door swings open, Kay catches this fleeting glimpse, almost voyeuristic, of Leanie running off in her shift.
Whoa.
This is not the professional button-up world you'd expect from a lawyer's place, is it?
Not even close. That image alone sets such an odd, almost chaotic tone immediately. It just plunges Kay into a scene that feels way more domestic, more intimate, certainly live professional than any legal setting ought to be.
It's an instant signal, isn't it? This isn't a world run by conventional rules.
No, it's something much more fluid, unsettling. It challenges all Kay's ideas about how things should work.
So Kay turns to the man who opened the door. He introduces himself, Block, a corn merchant.
Oh, corn merchant. Okay.
Yeah. Block claims he's there on legal business, representing the lawyer's client. But Kay's first reaction to Block, instantly, pretty harshly, condescending.
How so?
He feels superior just because he's wearing a heavy overcoat, while Block is disheveled. It's quick, almost petty.
A human judgment, grasping at status.
Totally. Kay even curtly asked Block about Lainey, about their relationship. Lainey later gives this sort of ambiguous answer, implying she just looks after Block because he's an important client.
It's fascinating, isn't it, that Kay immediately imposes this social hierarchy based on an overcoat. It really underscores how when people feel lost, lacking control, they grab onto any little detail to feel superior or like they understand something.
Makes sense.
And Lenny's ambiguity about Block attendant, confidant, something else, it just deepens that sense that nothing here is straightforward.
Nothing's as it seems.
Exactly. It's an environment where personal and professional lines are just completely blurred.
And the sense of, distorted hierarchy gets another boost almost immediately. Kay presses Block about a picture on the wall, wants him to identify the judge.
Okay.
Block looks at it, kind of awestruck, and says he's a senior judge, but Kay corrects him straight away. Says, no, that's the lowest of the examining magistrates, and that's the lowest rank.
Wow. So a complete disconnect right from the start.
Yeah, it's so telling. What does that reveal about how this system maybe intentionally disorients people, blurring even the basic understanding of who holds authority?
That's a crucial observation. It doesn't feel like just a simple mistake, does it? It feels like maybe it's a feature, not a bug.
Right.
I mean, if the very people caught in the machine can't even agree on the basic hierarchy, how can they possibly strategize? How can they find a clear path?
They can't.
It implies the system kind of thrives on this engineered confusion, keeps individuals perpetually disoriented, disempowered, focused on the wrong things, maybe.
Preventing them from understanding where the real power lies.
Exactly.
Okay, but then Block reveals something that just completely upends Kay's whole understanding of who this guy is and, well, how this system really operates.
What's that?
Block, in this moment, he calls disloyal, confesses a secret to Kay. He employs count them, five unregistered lawyers, on top of Kay's current lawyer.
5 unregistered ones.
Yes, and he's actually negotiating with a sixth. Kay's just astonished by the sheer number.
It is astonishing. And it speaks volumes about Block's desperation, right?
Totally.
His reasoning is so telling. He says he can't afford to ignore anything that might help. He spent everything I possess on this trial.
His business ruined.
Utterly ruined. He's even tried working at the court himself, just found it exhausting, fruitless.
Wow.
And the fact that using multiple lawyers, especially these unregistered ones, is seen as disloyal, not allowed. It's deeply ironic, isn't it?
Yeah, the system creates impossible choices.
Punished for trying too hard to save yourself, but offered no clear, legitimate path either? It's a trap.
And Block, in his own way, he kind of lays out these, like, 3 tiers of justice for Kay.
Okay, what are they?
First, you've got these despised, unregistered lawyers, the ones Block uses out of sheer necessity.
Right, the secret ones.
Then, the petty lawyers. That's the category Kay's current lawyer, Hold, falls into. His colleagues, too.
The sort of everyday run-of-the-mill lawyers in this system.
Exactly. And finally, way up high, the great lawyers, almost mythical figures, incomparably higher in rank.
The unreachable ones.
Pretty much. They only defend the ones they want to defend, and usually their cases have already progressed beyond the lower court. They're like a symbol of a totally separate elite system.
That describes a legal system that isn't just stratified, it sounds almost. Feudal.
Yeah.
Where access to real effective help isn't just about money, but about some kind of mystical status you can't even quantify. The whole idea of great lawyers picking and choosing based on who knows what, not need or merit, it just shows how skewed the scales of justice are here.
It's a system designed to keep most defendants stuck.
In perpetual limbo, yeah. Fighting with one hand tied behind their back.
Block also reveals he goes to the court waiting rooms almost every day, which sounds bleak in itself.
Just waiting.
And he tells Kay about this bizarre superstition they have there. Many defendants claim they can actually see the outcome of the trial in the defendant's face.
What? How?
Especially, he says, in the marking of the lips.
The lips, seriously.
Seriously. And the really shocking part, people apparently claimed Kay's lips showed he would definitely and soon be condemned.
Oh, that's horrifying. Imagine hearing that.
Kay immediately pulls out a pocket mirror, checks his lips, finds nothing. But still, it's a chilling superstition. Really underscores the psychological pressure.
Absolutely. When reason and clarity vanish, people grasp at straws, right? Turn to superstition, looking for any sign, any prediction.
Yeah.
The idea that your fate is literally written on your face, invisible to you, but clear to others, that's a profound statement about losing control, losing even self-knowledge under that kind of pressure.
It's like an internal terror made external.
Well put. And beyond the superstition, Block talks about the practical reality, too, how defendants usually navigate things.
Which is just as bleak, isn't it?
Pretty much. He explains they rarely act together. Every case is examined on its own merits. Collective action. Pointless.
Why?
Because only an individual can sometimes achieve something, and only in secret. Waiting isn't pointless, he says, but individual initiative is.
So wait, but act alone, that seems contradictory.
It's deeply unsettling, right? This refusal of collective action, this insistence on individual secretive efforts, it's insidious. It guarantees individuals stay isolated, dependent. It stops any kind of solidarity, any organized challenge to the system. If you can't even trust your fellow defendants, well, the system wins by atomizing everyone.
Wow, okay. And then Block tells Kay about his own early trial experience, which only seems to confirm Kay's growing doubts about his lawyer.
What happened with Block's lawyer?
His lawyer apparently produced various submissions, but Block says they were Quite worthless.
Worthless. How?
Just filled with Latin, general appeals, flattery of officials, loads of self-praise for the lawyer, but zero tangible progress.
Ah, so it wasn't just ineffective, it was performative,
Yeah.
like legal theater.
Exactly, all this academic posturing. It makes you wonder, who is this performance for? It's clearly not helping the client.
That's a critical question.
Right.
Block, the corn merchant, he's a businessman, right? He wants results,
Right.
tangible progress.
And he gets academic jargon instead.
Right. It highlights this core dysfunction.
Yeah.
The system seems to reward a show of activity over actual progress. It prioritizes its own complex rituals over the client's need for justice.
It's a bureaucracy feeding itself.
Pretty much. Not solving problems.
Hmm.
And maybe it's also a tactic, to keep the client feeling like something is happening, even if that something is totally meaningless.
Right. So as Kay is observing all this weird dynamic, Lenny comes back. She announces the lawyer is very ill.
Ah, the lawyer's sick now.
And she's basically taken over as gatekeeper. She manages Block's access. She even lets him sleep in the maid's bedroom.
The maid's room.
Yeah, so he's always ready if the lawyer calls, even in the middle of the night. It paints such a stark picture of Block's total dependence, doesn't it?
His whole life just consumed by this trial.
Completely. His bedroom really drives that home. It's described as this low, windowless room, just filled by a narrow bed.
Graham.
And in a little cavity in the wall, meticulously arranged, a candle, inkwell, pen, and a bundle of trial documents.
Wow. That image perfectly captures his existence, doesn't it? Life reduced to waiting, subservience, and the endless consuming details of the trial.
He's literally living and breathing the legal process.
A prisoner in all but name.
And the lawyer, Hold, despite being ill, he insists on demonstrating how other defendants are treated.
What, for Kay's benefit?
Seems like it. He calls Block in, creates this deeply humiliating scene. Block comes in, trembling, totally subservient.
Oh, no.
He denies having other lawyers, even though he just confessed to Kay. He accepts the lawyer's command to not listen to anyone else.
He's terrified.
Then Lenny insists. Block gets on his knees, mutes himself, and repeatedly kisses the lawyer's hand, desperately trying to get back in favor.
Kissing his hand.
It
That's degrading. A shocking display of power and abasement.
really is.
This is the lawyer's power play, pure and simple. He's not just sick, he's actively manipulating Block, turning him into this public display of submission, probably for Kay's benefit.
Psychological conditioning.
Absolutely. And Lenny's report just adds to it. She says she kept Block locked in the maid's room, where he reads the lawyer's difficult books, sighing the whole time.
Why the difficult books?
The lawyer explains, it's just to give him an inkling of how difficult the fight is that I have to undertake in his defense. It's all designed to overwhelm Block, disempower him, reinforce his dependence, and the lawyer's supposed indispensability.
And Kay sees all this. He observes Block's abasement. His reaction is just visceral.
Disgust.
Yes, he thinks such a person was no longer a client. He was the lawyer's dog.
Wow. The lawyer's dog.
And that moment, seeing that, it truly solidifies Kay's decision. He has to dismiss this lawyer. He has to free himself not just from the representation, but from this whole unsettling environment.
Just the final straw.
Block's complete surrender is this powerful catalyst. It shows Kay exactly what he doesn't want to become.
Kay's disgust is just a natural human reaction, isn't it? Seeing
Yeah.
the total loss of dignity, the erasure of self. It's a stark warning.
A warning of what he could become if he stays.
Exactly. The lawyer deliberately creates this spectacle, maybe thinking it'll intimidate Kay into line.
But it backfires.
Spectacularly. It just strengthens Kay's resolve to get his own agency back, even if that means facing the unknown alone. It's a moment of real clarity for Kay about the price of this kind of representation.
And as if things weren't already strange enough, the lawyer then reveals his own scientific theory.
Oh boy, what now?
He tells Kay that Lenny finds almost all the defendants attractive.
Attractive.
Yes, and he thinks it can only be the proceedings instituted against them that somehow become part of them. He even includes that miserable worm Block as being attractive.
Okay, that's bizarre. What does it even mean about being accused in the system? It sounds almost perverse.
Right.
It is truly unsettling. This theory suggests the act of accusation itself somehow transforms the person, imbues them with this new, almost morbid allure or identity.
Yeah, like the process itself changes them.
It's not about guilt or innocence. It's about the process of being caught. It implies the legal system strips away your unique identity and replaces it with this collective, strangely attractive identity of the accused.
Turning them into objects.
Objects of a strange fascination. Yeah. The system defines and redefines you, often in really dehumanizing ways. Your identity just becomes your accusation.
Heavy stuff. Then the lawyer defends his own methods, his unique practice.
How does he justify it?
Says he does all the work himself, refuses most cases. He sees himself as someone who lifts his client up onto his shoulders, not just guiding them with a thread.
Okay, sounds noble on the surface.
But then he frames Kay's impatience as a false assessment. Why? Because Kay has been treated too well.
Treated too well. How does that make sense?
And then he drops this chilling line, "It is often better to be in chains than free."
Whoa, that's incredibly manipulative, justifying his controlling, almost paternalistic approach.
Totally.
He's essentially casting Kay's desire for progress, for agency, as immaturity, a lack of understanding of the true nature of things.
And the idea that being in chains is better than being free.
It's truly perverse in this context. It suggests the legal system offers this weird, twisted kind of security or definition, even if it's one of suffering. It reinforces the idea that the process is everything, not the outcome,
He's trying to convince Kay that his own control's a burden.
and that submission is liberation. It's classic manipulation.
And then comes the ultimate revelation, the real gut punch. It clarifies everything Kay suspected.
What is it?
The lawyer finally shares what the third judge, a senior official, actually said about Block.
Okay.
The judge apparently reacted with displeasure, called Block cunning but also ignorant. And then the bombshell. After 5 years of Block's life being consumed by this,
5 years.
the judge stated his trial hasn't even begun.
Yeah.
He were to be told that the bell for the start of his trial hasn't even been rung yet.
After 5 years, his trial hasn't begun.
5 years of Block's life, his business, his dignity, all swallowed by a process that, according to a senior judge, hasn't even started.
That is just devastating. The absolute heart of the enigma, the most terrifying absurdity.
And the lawyer's reaction.
He must have been shocked, too.
He dismisses it, calls it merely a difference of opinion about when a trial technically begins.
What a difference of opinion. That's chilling. It's not just a plot twist. It exposes the, bureaucratic nihilism at the core of this whole system.
Yeah.
It implies the delay itself is part of the design. This constant state of pre-trial limbo is the punishment. The lawyer's nonchalant dismissal just highlights a complete detachment from the human cost.
What kind of justice system allows 5 years of someone's life to be erased without even the bell for the start ringing?
It's a process without end, a sentence without judgment. Horrifying.
And Kay, having absorbed all of this, finally having this confirmation, he holds his ground.
Good for him.
He just reiterates his decision, dismisses the lawyer, tells him straight up his counsel was unhelpful, that the trial actually became more of a burden with representation.
He rejects the lawyer's vague hopes, the threats.
All of it. Kay's had enough. He's choosing agency over this false sense of security, even if it means stepping into an even bigger unknown.
So what does this all mean for you, the listener? You've just had this glimpse into a legal system that seems to almost prey on the very people it's supposed to serve.
Yeah, it's a labyrinth, isn't it? Unclear rules, hidden hierarchies, this profound disconnect between effort and actual progress.
It forces us to confront the psychological toll of uncertainty and the desperate lengths people go to for just a glimmer of control.
So, just to recap, we've navigated Kay's journey of disillusionment. We've witnessed the bizarre realities of this court.
From those hidden hierarchies and strange superstitions in the waiting rooms.
To the extreme lengths defendants like Block go to for any hint of progress, we saw Block's complete surrender stripped of dignity, of agency.
And the lawyer's unsettling methods of control, which paradoxically just seem to deepen the client's despair.
This deep dive really forces us to question what it even means to be represented, doesn't it?
And what price someone is willing to pay for justice in a system this opaque, where the rules keep shifting, and even the concept of the trial beginning is up for debate.
It highlights the dangers of blind trust, definitely, and that desperate chase for progress, even when the goalposts are invisible.
And the whole game just feels rigged from the start.
So let's leave you with this provocative thought. If, after 5 whole years, the bell for the start of the trial hasn't even been rung yet, does the trial ever truly begin?
Or is the process itself the punishment?
And what does that imply about the very concept of justice in such a world?
And maybe, just maybe, how might that resonate with some of the subtle, unseen, often frustrating bureaucratic pressures you might encounter in your own life?